Hey, what's going on? My name is Jelena Ostrovska from jelenaostrovska.com, and in this video, I'm super excited to bring a book review for you about a book that I finished reading quite recently, which is called Your One Word by Evan Carmichael. And first of all, a couple of words about the book. So, obviously, if you are an entrepreneur, if you're someone who's building your own business, whether it is coaching business, whether it is affiliate marketing, whatever, right? Any kind of business, online, offline, this is the core that you have to understand. So if you've been struggling with anything related to online branding, with how to position yourself online, with just how to make your passion work for you and how to basically build your business around your passion, then this is the perfect book, and I'm definitely going to be recommending this to all of them people that I personally work with, to my coaching clients, to anybody who had that, a little bit of, should I say, struggle, how do I build my business? So first of all, I do want to mention that the book is really, really simple to read. I mean, if English is not your first language, then it's just easy. Like for me, it was really easy to read the book personally, because there are just some books that take you forever to read because you have to go to Google Translate and translate some of the words to understand the meaning of those. So this book, you can literally read it in like one day, 1-2 days and done. So because all the way it's structured, I personally love when first of all, it's easy to consume, when it is actionable content, when it actually gives you some good lessons, also about mindset. So I will share with you 3 lessons as well that I got personally from the book. And I like the fact that at the end of each chapter, there is, there was kind of like, what do you call it? There is like the biggest takeaways from each chapter. So it's kind of like snippet from each chapter, so you can maybe take some notes, maybe share this with with your audience, and it's just like to guess. So like highlights, you call it highlights. So chapter 2, for example, there are highlights about chapter 2, obviously, right? So that's kind of like what I like personally about the book. It's also broken down in such a way that it's just easy to consume, like I mentioned, and you get it done, right? And the next thing is, this is something that I have not taken from other books, not as much as I have in this book. So in I believe in the part 2 of the book is broken down in a couple of parts, and there are specific questions that you want to ask yourself to figure out your one word and how to build your business around that one word. I personally took that. I've personally taken kind of this test, should I say, answering all the questions, and it helped me out personally, and I'm most likely going to be redoing some of my branding and redoing some of the stuff that I personally do online with my business, and it's just actionable, it's easy to understand, and I think that's really the whole idea of a book, is to read it, consume it, take action on it. So let's get back to some of my biggest takeaways from the book. There was a lot of them, but I want to share with you 3. So number 1, it is like the way book starts. A lot of people, they think too small. So they just think, oh, I'm just going to build some kind of business, maybe like, a little kind of side hustle or whatever. It's just thinking too small. Like thinking too small never serves the world. It's not helpful for anybody. It's not impactful. So you gotta be thinking bigger. And one sentence that has been mentioned in the book, which I absolutely love, and I have never actually heard it being put in that way, it's, if you care about your life, then being mediocre should be insulting. If you care about your life, then being mediocre should be insulting for you. So it's not even acceptable to try to remain mediocre. So it's just, a lot of people, like I said, they think too small, and they really should, increase their level of thinking. So I think that's my takeaway number 1. My takeaway number 2 is, most people, and that's quoted from the book as well, most people imprison themselves by accepting the results of other people's thinking. And basically, we all care too much about what everybody else thinks of us. You know, what my friends think of me, what my high school friends think of me. That's what I personally used to think, and I was too worried about what would other people think of me if I put out some, you know, videos in English, although I am Russian, and they would be thinking, what the heck is she talking about, right? So I used to think all that too, and you have to just stop caring what everybody else thinks of you, because as I always say, their opinions don't pay the bills, and you should not be really worried about those. So don't imprison yourself by other people's opinions. Don't let them limit you, and don't let them kind of like walk into you know, cross your way or cross your road, if you will. And takeaway number 3 from the book is, if you if you want to change your current circumstances, you have to change your beliefs. So because and that goes back to, I believe, Tony Robbins, and you can probably see the book down behind me, and everything starts with your beliefs. If you believe that you can make an impact, if you believe that you can turn your life around, you can. And I like the way Henry Ford has put it as well. You know, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So if you think you're not capable of doing something, that is true, unfortunately. And if you believe that you can, you're gonna make it happen. And one thing I do want to leave you with is, you know, a lot of people think, oh, it's like BS, right? You know, what are you talking about? You know, I don't know if I can do it. You know, look at other people. If somebody else was able to do it, to accomplish whatever goal you maybe are trying to accomplish, if they were able to do it with maybe with worse circumstances, then you absolutely have no excuse whatsoever. So I'm super excited again to share with you this book. Again, Your One Word by Evan Carmichael. So those are my 3 takeaways. I really hope you enjoyed this book review. And if you got some value from this, feel free to share this out. Feel free to like this video. Share this out with anybody who you think this might be of value, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more book reviews, for more trainings on how to build your business online, and I'll see you on the next one.